Hey howdy YouTube, and welcome to another TonyBlue Plays. This is Dyad, available currently exclusively on the PlayStation Network. It's been out for a day as of this recording, and I've played a couple hours of it, and it's really freaking awesome. It starts off very confusing at first, but once you actually get a controller in your hand and have a chance to play through it a little bit, it totally makes sense. Very fast-paced. It's kind of like, imagine if Tempest was a racer. First of all, the best thing about this game is you can just play the menu screen if you want. That's just awesome. I love dynamic menu systems. They're so... something even that simple just really hits me. So we're going to pop into the first level here. I'll do a couple of levels. I'm going to try to talk as I play. So, this is the most basic part of this game, is what's called hooking. So, the idea is that you hook onto an enemy, and you get a bit of a boost. And there you go. So, I'm going to back out of this particular level, because this is the first level, so it's very tutorial heavy. So, you see how that works. So, you end up having to do pairing. So, you have different colored enemies, and the idea is you hook two of the same color in a row. You see on the very bottom there, those two things that look like manila folders. As I hit these guys, I get orange, so if I hit orange, I get a much bigger boost, as opposed to if I hit another enemy. So 2 blue, 2 orange, 2 blue, and you can do this in any order. Now, you're noticing that I'm avoiding these guys, because they are actually enemies. So obviously you don't want to hit anything. So there's that. Again, because I want to jump into a further level, but I don't want to just have people confused out of their minds when they figure out what the hell is happening. Alright, so the final mechanic, at least the final one that I've gotten to thus far, is what's called lancing. So they introduced this new part in here, where if you hit an enemy, you hook an enemy, this circle comes around them, and you can graze them. Now you see on the lower left and right there, I have 2 meters, and those will start filling up as I graze these guys. Whoop! So I totally hit that dude and died. And that can have... death has different repercussions for each level. In fact, every level has different objectives, something different to aim for. So in this case, death isn't really that big of a deal. It's kind of hit enough enemies, graze enough enemies, that you fill up your meter at least. And you can see up in the upper left, you have your objective and whatnot. So, alright, I'm going to blast through the end of this sector, because this introduces lancing. You know, when I started recording, I didn't intend for this to be a tutorial, as much, but I guess that's where we're going. I think it just bears explaining, especially if somebody's watching this video that has never seen this game before. Alright, so now I have lancing, which lets me attack by hitting square. So to lance, you just line up enemies, or find a line of enemies, and blast right through them. So now I'm out of lance energy, so I need to raise some more guys. And now, oh no! And now that I have lance energy, and as of this recording, that concludes all the game mechanics that I've encountered. There's plenty more levels still to go. There could definitely be more. I wouldn't be surprised if there were different things to learn. If there are, great. So, oh no. Oh, and also, the longer you, the more enemies that you hit while you're lancing, the longer it'll last. Oh man, keep dying here. So, I think that pretty much covers it. So I'm going to jump into a little later level here. And, this is a race. I really like this one for the music, so now that I have all the tutorial stuff out of the way, I can talk about what I really want to talk about. This game looks freaking awesome! And it is, I'm not sure if it's going to transfer, but it's totally 60 frames a second. Which, I'm not really a graphics whore, but it looks great. And I really don't think it would work any other way. But aside from the visuals, I am a huge fan of games that let you affect the music. And that's what this whole game is about. Also, I love anything that's like in minor key or whatever, so this level is especially wonderful for me. So this particular level is a race across 3 what they call sectors, which are basically just sections. That bar on the top of the screen there is what controls that. Or rather, is what it displays either the distance of the course. I'm not quite sure thus far, but I'm pretty sure it only measures the distance of the course. It might display if you have a different objective fill up as you get close to completing it. Alright. So it gives you a little readout. And there's a bunch of different graphs for also a bunch of different stuff. Oh boy. There we go. Oh no. So something that's great about the faster you go, the more the field of vision narrows. So everything gets like super far away. And it actually becomes a little difficult to judge distance. Really, all you need to concern yourself with, like, this is kind of my tip, because I was having a hell of a time trying to figure out how to play this last night. Just keep if you want to hit something, keep it on the bottom. Don't bother trying to identify your guy, because your guy is just like the enemy. Is just a mess of color anyway. Oh no. So in the situation, like in an instance like this where you're racing, obviously death costs you time. Oh, God. Oh, come on. And lancing is the fastest way through a course. So the more you lance, the faster you go. So these red guys... Oh, that's what they do. The red guys shoot at you. Which is no good. What is good is that they shoot in a direct line from their orientation in the tunnel. So they won't... So that guy right there won't shoot down at me. At least they haven't yet. Maybe they'll do that later. But for now, we can just blast right past. Man, I find myself doing that a lot, of rotating past where I want to. And that just has to do with my reaction time more than anything. If you watched my Pac-Man Championship DX video, which, by the way, if you haven't read the description for that, I totally cracked the 2 million mark on 5-minute score attack Manhattan. So excited about that. But you can definitely see in my attempts in that. I have decent reaction time until things start getting down to the wire, and I tend to panic. Although it's not even a conscious panicking. It's just kind of like, oh jeez, oh god, I'm doing it. This is great. Oh no, I was too busy celebrating to pay attention. And that's always been my foil. All right, 2 stars. I'm gonna blame that on talking a lot. So, speaking of cracking scores, I totally got myself to the top of a leaderboard. Boom, right there. Look at me. By 1. So that's gonna be gone in, you know, like a week. Once more people play this. So let's see. Actually, oh, okay. So. Oh, I'm actually at the top of this one too. So there's 3 different modes for every single level. There's game mode, which is just your standard pass this level to unlock the next one. There's trophy mode. These are the ones where you unlock trophies. It's the only way to unlock trophies, as a matter of fact. You can play through just the regular game mode all the way through and not unlock and not have a single trophy. Not that's a bad thing. Adds replay value. Then there's remix, and remix I'm not going to bother showing, but it's basically. To compare it again to Pac-Man, it's like free mode. It's just set all these different things that you want and then just kind of chill and play. I will do the trophy one on this one, because this introduces lance extenders, which basically, well, they extend the length of your lance. You can insert your own joke there. But the idea here is you only have 4 lances, and to get the trophy, you have to lance 50 enemies. So let's see what we can do here. Come on, Morgantown. Come on. Alright. Alright, 11 and 1. That's pretty good. Alright. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we might have a bit of trouble. Nope, not gonna happen. We'll try that one more time. So, my big tip for this one, why am I going to give tips for somebody to knock me out of the leaderboard? Is to look for clusters of lance extenders. That may sound obvious, but there are better clusters than others. So I see one up ahead there, so I'm going to... There we go. Hit. And of course, just hitting enemies will also, you know, extend the distance that you get. Oh! One away. Pretty close. Alright. Well, you obviously see how that works. So I'm going to do one more level here. Although I haven't picked which one to do. I'm not going to do that because that one could take forever. Ooh, zip lines. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so my last level will be a learning experience. I don't know what a zip line does. Look, pairs the same color elements in a row to connect them with the zip line. Ooh. Alright. So this will be a learning experience for all involved. Okay. Oh, jeez. So as much as I love the visuals, I will say it's also, at times, this game's downfall. Because it does become extremely confusing at times as to exactly what you're looking at. I mean, this game... This game is basically like playing a an iTunes visualizer. Ugh. And I remember as a kid, not really as a kid, we didn't get our first computer in my house until I was like a freshman in high school, I think. Very late adopters. But we got a Mac, and I remember the iTunes visualizer. I used to just sit and just watch that thing for like an hour to an hour and a half, like almost daily. If I'd be, working on homework or whatever, just turn that sucker on and then just like look at it for a while, just kind of like chill out. And I remember it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. Like I always thought that thing looked amazing, and it's not to say that it's lost its charm, but when that was a new thing, yeah, just kind of experiencing that was kind of like, oh man, this is so awesome, and it keeps going. Oh look, it reacts to the music. So, all right, and now I'm sitting here playing a game where you actively change music. So definitely come a while. All right, so yeah, rank 7. All right, how many do I need to beat the guy? Oh, I'll do that tonight. So that's gonna do it. I definitely recommend this game. If you're a Plus member, this is currently only $12, 12 or 13. Otherwise, normally it's 15. Pretty hard not to recommend this at that price point. It's a lot of fun. Certainly recommend it. I cannot wait to get here and see just how crazy this gets. I'll probably be throwing my controller. But until that happens, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all later.